Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching this, and if you like this video please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is my cat, Bosse. He's very curious. Anyway, back to the topic that I was going to talk about today, which is my weight gain and weight loss since I was born. I'm 38 and a half. My birthday is September 21st and I was born 1979. I was super skinny when I was young. And I remember when I was in daycare, I used to pick my food, like I ate so slowly, and they had this stupid rule that nobody could leave the table until everybody had finished their meal. So all the kids were sitting there waiting for me to finish my food, and they were like chanting my name. It's like Nina, Nina, Nina. And in Swedish I was called Pet Nina, which is similar for someone who's like eating really small bites every time and just pokes their food like around. So that was me. But when I turned, I think when I was 12 years old, me and my best friend, we started going back to her place after school every day, and her mom wasn't there, so it was just us by ourselves, and we started eating toast, like regular toast, white bread in the toaster and just with butter on it so it kind of melts, you know. And we drank chocolate milk and then just chocolate powder. So obviously a lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, fast carbs, fat, and gluten from the flour. So really bad. And we could eat, I mean, you don't really fill up from those sandwiches. They're just like, you know, that white bread, it just doesn't give you anything. It's just really good. I still love it to this day. And we used to eat like maybe 8 sandwiches at a go, and maybe had like 3 glasses of chocolate milk to go with it. And slowly the weight started to increase, and then we started to make like cakes. We started to make like sugar sponge cake, and we started making like different pastries that you can make, like really easy to make. And the weight kept on increasing. And as soon as we got money from like our weekly allowance, we started going to the store and buying chocolate and everything. So the weight came on slowly, and my mom has always been like super skinny. My dad is also pretty skinny, and my mom was like, "Oh Nina, you really have to lose some weight." And I didn't feel that comfortable either. I wasn't like super fat, but I became like chubby. So I think when I was 15 or something, I started thinking about it, but I didn't really do anything about it, I remember. But then I think when I turned like 18 or something, I went on a diet, like a 2-week diet, you know, like one of those, you can look them up on the internet. You ate like a cabbage soup. I think it was the GM diet, the General Motors diet. Check that out. It's crazy. I think we did that, and we did that, me, my mom, and my dad, for like a week during the summer, during my summer break from school. And of course we lost weight, but I mean, you gain it straight back, and you eat ice cream because it's summer, you know, and everything. But so during the years I've been like yo-yo dieting. Like I lost some weight, then I put it back on, put it back on, tried Weight Watchers. I was actually in Weight Watchers when I got hit by the truck, and I had managed to lose, my weight back then was about 59 kilos. And I had 4 kilos left because my target weight was 55 kilos. But then obviously the accident happened, and then I lost weight because I couldn't eat for a couple of weeks. So when I got out of the hospital, I was pretty skinny, but I was like unhealthy, like sick skinny. I wasn't super skinny, I think I did weigh around maybe 54 kilos, but hey, my leg was taken off, so maybe that would weigh like 4 kilos or something. Um, that's what I've heard. Um, but then I started feeling better slowly, and I got out of the hospital, and I was able to go to the store in my wheelchair, buy whatever I wanted to buy, and so I bought whatever I wanted, and I drank. Me and my friend, we partied like every day. For the summer, I think we had 3 months party. We partied every day. I spent like 10,000 Swedish crowns, which is 1,000 euros a week. Shopping, partying, having dinner at restaurants, lunch at restaurants, buying shots, buying champagne, drinks, and excessive shopping, and of course like really bad food choices. I just ate whatever I wanted to eat. But I never got depressed, but I was fat, and I will show you a picture of how I looked. So look here, I'll should put in some pictures here you can watch. And I decided to start studying. So I decided to, because I used to work as a beauty therapist before, but that didn't work as good for me because I can't really have my prosthetic leg on for that many hours, like a full work day, 9 hours at work. Doesn't really work because I got such bad skin with infections and wounds and everything, and I always have wounds because I got skin grafts all over it. So it's really delicate, the skin. I decided to study to be a paralegal, to study law because I was in a few newspapers because of my accident. It was 2 years of studying to be a paralegal, which is a lawyer assistant. Then I became a member of something called ITRIM, and that was because one of my classmates was a member. And they do like 3 weeks you on the VLCD low carb shake. So you just drink like a shake, a protein shake sort of, with all the vitamins and minerals. And then you after 12 days or so, you start mixing, like you do take 2 shakes a day, and then you take like 2 protein bars a day. So you raise your calories, but you're between 600 to 800 calories a day. That's it. And still I worked out as usual. Like I went to the gym. I've always been going to the gym since I was 16 years old. Started taking spinning classes. Found out that really worked well for me. But I wasn't an instructor at that time. But it went well, and I was super focused, and I lost 15 kilos. So I actually reached my goal, which was 55 kilos, and I did that for a year. And then I maintained the weight for a year and a half. And then I had a party, and suddenly it was just like someone, if the eyes are 2 TVs, someone just turned off the one TV. Okay, so I just became blind on my left eye, like that. And I was out by the ocean, so I wasn't near a hospital. But then I came back on Monday, and I went to the hospital, and they told me that I had a blood clot. So now it's like I can still see. I see all the surroundings, but in the middle it's just like a gray, blurry section, so I can't see anything in the middle on my left eye. But the brain adapts, so it's okay. I don't think too much about it. And driving works fine. But that was like the second strike, the second severe thing that happened to me in my life in a very short period. I mean, it was just 3-4 years after the accident, and that actually kind of hit me harder than losing my leg to this traffic accident. And then I just gave it all up, and I started eating again because I couldn't really maintain it. I was Jesus, I wanted chocolate, and I ate chocolate, and I drank more cocktails with sugar. I couldn't really keep it up, you know. Um, so yeah, I just let everything go, and then slowly the weight came back on again. So then I started to look like this again. And I just continued that for maybe a couple of years, and then I decided exactly 1 year ago that I was gonna do something about it. And I started dieting again because I knew everything how it works, and I bought some extra coach sessions with Itrim that actually had worked for me before when I lost 15 kilos. I didn't do the whole just do the shakes and the bars. I divided, so I did like 50% of the shakes, so 2 meals with the shakes every day, like breakfast and the meal in between lunch and dinner. And lunch and dinner was just regular food. We cut the carbs mostly, and the sugar and the alcohol, and like all the snacks, nuts, everything. And I started my Instagram account after midsummer, which was the 25th of June 2017. I started an Instagram account because I found some very inspiring people that I followed on Instagram. So I created my own account, which is called Nina Spinnar. Follow it, but it's in Swedish, okay? But then I decided to intermittent fasting. 16/8, so you fast for a period of 16 hours, and then you have like an eating window for 8 hours. So I start eating my first meal at 1 o'clock, and then I can eat until 9 o'clock at night, but I don't eat for 8 hours. I eat 3 meals, so I skip breakfast, but my lunch is usually something more similar to breakfast. I can put in a picture here of what I usually eat. And this is like natural yogurt slash cottage cheese, so it's high in protein and 1.9% fat. And then I have some seeds with it. I've got pumpkin seed, sunflower seeds, lentil seeds, and chia seeds. And if strawberries are available, I buy strawberries and chop them down. Otherwise, I just buy frozen raspberries, or like a mixture of raspberries and blueberries, and I put that in. So that's usually my first meal, which is more of a breakfast, but I have it as lunch at 1 o'clock. And then usually I have a fruit or something, or a protein shake with like 2 deciliters of almond milk, and 1 scoop of protein powder, and 1 frozen banana. So it's kind of like a chocolate milkshake because the powder that I have right now is chocolate. And it's super tasty. I put it all into my blender, and then the texture is really nice. It's like a chocolate milkshake. So I really do enjoy that, and it's about just under 300 calories, so it's fine. And then for dinner, usually like vegetables, some carbs, a small amount of carbs, like a handful, and then protein. Can be fish, chicken, beef, vegetarian, like soybean, different frozen, already done. Just put it inside your oven or your frying pan. So when I really started like focusing on my weight loss a year ago, the 25th of June, the day after midsummer, I weighed 62 kilos, and I set my goal to lose 12 kilos in 13 weeks. So 12 kilos until my birthday, which is the 21st of September. and I wanted to have reached a target weight of 50 kilos. And you have to bear in mind that I'm one leg short, so maybe 50 kilos for me is 54 kilos if I would have had my both legs left, okay? And I am 162 centimeters. I thought I was 164, but then I measured myself like a few months ago, and now I'm 162, so whatever, I shrunk maybe 2 centimeters. That's what happens when you get closer to 40, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, that's how I've been eating. So I just cut all the fast carbs, the sugar, even the products that are like sugar-free, like all the sugar-free ice cream, the sugar-free candy, the sugar-free chocolate, everything that is a substitute for a sugar product. Didn't have any of that. Didn't eat any nuts. So not on really a keto diet, because there was still like carbs. I still had fruit. There's still like carbs in the, especially like the already made vegetarian dishes that I bought. So there's still a lot of gluten and stuff in that. So not like a keto diet, just like a general, you cut the carbs and you cut the sugar diet, kind of the fast carbs anyway, the sugar and the white flour. Didn't have any pasta, didn't have any potatoes or anything, didn't even have carrots. Of course, I've tried the keto diet. I've tried every diet. So yeah. So then 12 weeks, 12 kilos. So that was just 1 kilo a week. So I actually did just reach my target weight on my birthday, 49.9 kilos on my birthday. And that week I was super stressed. I had to lose 1.8 kilos because I weighed like 51.8 the week before my birthday. And I always have a weigh-in on Fridays. Yeah. So shotgun super diet the last week. So then I did an old favorite, the GM diet. So I did that. You can just Google it, GM diet. It's the famous diet with the cabbage soup, and then you just have just vegetables for one day, and then just fruits for one day, and then just fruit and wet vegetables, and then just bananas and milk for a day, and then beef. It's a crazy diet, and I exercised a lot. I was walking, even though I had this really nasty wounds. I didn't care. I just focused on my weight loss, and I just walked. And I exercised, and I still had like 3 spinning classes a week, and I was at the gym 3 times a week. And then I spent like maybe like 2 hours on the exercise bike, just like watching YouTube clips and just like, yeah, cardio, slow cardio. So it was just about, but I lost the weight for my birthday. And then it was my birthday, and then I had a large chocolate bar because I had a spinning class during the lunch break. I had a spinning class, so then I had a large chocolate bar before that, and my first chocolate in 3 months. And then we went out to dinner in the evening. I had like wine, but it didn't taste good. It was really sour. I had some champagne and some crisps, and I had a 3-course meal with dessert and everything. And obviously I gained like 2 kilos the next day. And then we went on to having a party with my friends like 2 days later. And then obviously all the drinks and the shots, and I like sugary drinks. I like the mojito and the strawberry daiquiris and the pina coladas and, you know, whatever. The more sugar the better, sort of. So I had all of that, and I gained 4 kilos in 4 days, obviously. So yeah, it's been a struggle. So that since I reached my target weight, which I had like for maybe 10 minutes, and then I put on like 4 kilos just like pretty quick. Then I started to take control of the situation again, and then I lost down to 51.6 kilos. And then I've been going up and down and up and down, and then I went for a vacation for 2 weeks in October to Portugal. And I was really good for 5 days, and then we had sushi, and they have like the best sushi ever. I can see if I can find a picture and I will show you. Yeah, and I had 27 pieces of sushi because I can eat. I mean, I never feel full. I can eat, like I can stuff myself. I can eat, you wouldn't imagine how much I can eat. And then, so when I came back from, after like 4 days after having that sushi, it kind of triggered everything. So then I started to eat like in secret from my parents because I had my own apartment. So then I started to eat like every night. I had like crisps and I had candy, and I still did the intermittent fasting. So I watched, I mean, what time is it? Oh, it's 8:30, and then just stuffed myself. Yeah. So when I came back from Portugal, I had gained 7 kilos. So my weight was around 58. So obviously I didn't feel good about that, and I tried a diet and lost maybe 3 kilos in a week. And then I've been doing like that, back and forth. Putting 5 kilos on, losing the 5 kilos, putting 7 kilos on, losing 4 kilos, and now I'm back here once again. 1 year later, still not really happy with the weight that I have right now, so now I'm back on track, and I decided to do like a spring clean of my body, which is that I'm doing a 1 week like kickstart diet. And I will show you what that is all about, and I will talk to you about that in my next video, which is going to be next week. But I can tell you that the Kickstart diet is for 7 days, really low in calories, but you do have three courses of meal, or 2 and then 1 in between, like a smaller meal, or the breakfast is really small at least. And so far in 4 days I have lost 3.8 kilos. So I'll tell you more about that next Tuesday. I'm doing that until I have 2 days left. So I started on Friday, and then my end date is Thursday, but I think I'm gonna maybe stretch it a little bit further because I'm going on a cruise on Monday. So I'm not gonna count the calories on that day. So stay tuned to hear about my results for my latest crash course diet. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit long, but so has my weight loss journey been. I've been really like going up and down, like most people, I think. So I really hope you have enjoyed it, and please, if you do, give it a thumbs up. You can share it with your friends, and subscribe so you won't miss out on my next video for next week, when I tell you all about this diet that I've been doing for a week. Okay? Love you guys. Take care of each other.